So we're having a good time in Jamaica?
Oh, lovely.
And we stay in what, a week or two? 2 weeks. So when did you get here?
We would go.
A week ago.
Halfway
So
through.
you're halfway through now.
Yeah.
So by when? Sunday, Monday, it's over?
We go home on Thursday.
Next Thursday?
Yes.
All right, okay. That's really
Good.
good to have you.
Yeah, we've done a lot of Jamaica.
First time?
No.
Oh, you're half Jamaicans then.
Yes.
And you know Mr. Spencer long ago?
Yes.
I think he will look after you.
Oh, yeah.
Like a Star Tourism more and
Make
Win
sure
Sun
you keep
Valley.
on smiling and yes.
Win Sun Valley today. That's what's up.
All right, so this is Sun Valley. This is our plantation. We do a garden tour and we grow, well, previously we were growing bananas and coconuts on 60 acres, but we have sold 25 acres across the road, so we're never about 25 acres now. I mean, 35. 25 was sold, so we have 35 here. And just put it right
Yeah,
here.
thank you.
So we basically grow coconuts commercially. And coconuts, the vendors come 2 or 3 times. Right now they're here, they're gonna pick jelly coconuts, which are the green ones, 8 months old. So they cut them open, we get the drink, this coconut water to drink, we call it jelly water. And of course the meat inside is good for us. If you're a vegetarian, don't eat it. If you're not vegetarian, you can have it. Alright? When the coconut is over 12 months old, it's dried and we can break it open and we can get to the meat, but the meat is much harder now. So what you have to do is grate it and squeeze out all that juice out of it. We call it coconut cream or coconut milk. And then you can use it to make your coconut oil. You can use it for your pina colada. You can put it in your rice and peas. You can put it in your meats. Good. And when you're making a coconut cake, put some coconut juice in it. Put some of that coconut grating, make a nice cake, give it to me, I'll eat half of it. Right now, I'm hungry. Okay? So coconut is very useful to us. This plantation started 1993. The tour started 1993. Just a little over 30 years now. By Lorna and Nolly Bills. They are not here, but I'm here. So I'm going to try and give a good tour. I'm going to make sure you laugh and have a good time. Alright? And make sure I put forth the right things so at least you will go back home with a little more knowledge as to what happens on the plantation, what happened in Jamaica in previous years, and what sort of future we have to look forward to. Okay?
Super.
So, we grow a lot of flowering plants here. Blooms. If you look around, when you walk around, you will see colors around. So those red ones are called red gingers. And those on the other side are pink. We call them pink gingers. They're related to the ginger family. You know, your guys all, you know ginger. You like ginger ale? Ginger is in it. But we love ginger ale, we love ginger beer, we love to put gingers when we are cooking. Ginger plants normally grow about this big. We pull it out, it's a tuber, so we clean it off and grate it and put it in whatever we want to put it in. If you have enough stomach ache, eat a little piece of ginger. Keep it in the mouth for a couple of minutes. It will ease the ache. And you can go give the wife trouble in about 15 minutes time. Alright? Is that okay?
Certainly.
Alright. I'll tell the wife a little recipe later on to keep you quiet. You look like a troublemaker. I'll tell her what to do to keep you quiet at least for 24 hours.
Just, she only has to look.
Oh, look at you.
That,
And you start to behave
that
yourself.
look, absolutely.
Well, if anything should happen and, you're not looking or you're not concentrating, she can add something to that to make you sleep for a good 24 hours. But I'll tell her quietly later on. Quietly. Alright, so, gingers. So we have red ginger. When you guys are ready to walk, I'm ready. Are we ready?
Yeah.
Let's go. I don't want you to get too comfortable and fall asleep on me. You can fall asleep when you're traveling back to Royal Cameroon with Spencer. So we have the red gingers here, and purely for decoration. We have the pink gingers, you can see them there. We have the
Yeah, man, I have a couple of them in my yard. Ginger lily.
Japanese pagoda plant, and this is the bloom. They grow like a triangle. So you can see that one is getting up in the air, and then Careful. Careful, careful. And this one is a Brazilian red clover. Alright? But it's pretty. And it will get much bigger than that because of late we have been getting a lot of rain and without rain we can't survive.
No.
And the place will continue to look green and fresh and nice if we continue to get rain and the sunshine. Okay?
Yeah.
Come with me.
I caught it.
Come with me.
I have a lot of flowers too, I have a lot of flowers too. I plant a lot of flowers. You know, these are gingerly, very peaceful flowers. Yeah. You notice it, you ever look in the church? They always have these flowers in the church.
Right.
On the pulpit. It's this one. Yes.
We call it crab flower.
Which one? Crab flower.
Lobster flower. So it's from the Heliconia family. Alright? And they grow all over. They flower all over. We just plant them and they grow.
Yeah.
And they produce.
What's the
nice
name of
flowers.
it? Because I
Crab
have it,
claw.
I call it the wild banana.
No man, crab claw man, or
Crab claw.
lobster claw.
Oh, lobster claw.
Yes
okay,
sir,
okay.
yes sir.
Yeah, man, I had a root of this, but I gave it to somebody. I'm gonna get back a root.
If you want to root, you can ask some guys to get one for you. Get the machete and we
Yeah,
take
man.
it out for you.
Yeah, man, that's the
Wow.
Alright, come down the side.
It's unusual, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Nice, nice. It's mostly by the waterfalls.
Right.
By the blue
Who
hole,
knows?
you have a lot.
Who
Yes.
can tell me? Who loves this plant? Don't tell them Spencer.
No idea.
No idea. You like
It's like a pea.
vanilla?
Yes.
You put vanilla in your tea, when you're cooking,
Ice cream.
in your ice cream, cakes and so on. This is the vanilla plant.
Oh,
It's
wow.
actually from the orchid family. So when that white bloom comes up, you have to know when to pollinate it. And Lorna, my owner, knows how to do it because whereas in Mexico where it originated, not Madagascar, Mexico, originated in Mexico, and only in Mexico you find those bees that will naturally pollinate
Pollinate.
the vanilla when the blooms come out. When the blooms come out here, that was like about 4 or 5 months ago.
Right.
Lorna, my owner, will come and play around with the male and female part, put them back together, and by the next 4 or 5 months, you get the vanilla part out.
Wow.
Let me show you the vanilla part. This is the vanilla plant. It's a vine. It grows on the tree. It needs the support, and it will grow all over the place
Interesting.
if the support is right.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
It's not a parasite. We call it an epiphyte. It just grows on the side, sends out its root, hold on to the plant, and it will survive a long time. Go up in the air and turn back around. When it turns around, the blooms will come out, and then you can pollinate them. These are the vanilla pods. This one, we're going to get ice cream from it soon because you see it's opening and the stuff is coming out there.
Right. Yeah.
That's what you put in your ice cream.
Okay.
That's what they use to make the liquid.
Yeah.
But I must tell you that whenever they process it, the liquid is clear, it's colorless. That is the expensive one.
Yeah.
The one that I get in the supermarket mostly is the one which is blackish brownish in color, and that's the one that is cheaper. But if you get the one that is colorless, that is the one you have to pay a good amount of money for. Understand? Where you, what country are you from?
England. Yes.
When you get this in England, you have to pay big money
A
for
lot
it.
of money.
Lots
Yes.
of money. I remember when I was in Germany, when you get one of these, it's like about 4 or 5
No.
euros.
Oh, euros. Right.
Euros.
I was gone before the euro.
I was there when it was mark, when they used
Right.
mark, but now it's euros.
Yes.
But this is expensive.
Yes. Very.
But it's very good as a tea, as medicine, as in your foods, whatever it is. And I tell you, because it was discovered in Mexico, the Spanish went down to Mexico and of course conquered Mexico and enslaved the Aztecas and took away everything they had, including the gold, because they thought Mexico was El Dorado. You know about El Dorado.
yeah,
You know
yeah,
the
yeah.
stories. And they found a lot of gold and took back to Spain. And of course, Mr. Pirate from England would capture the ship, break up the ship, take away whatever.
Mr.
in
Morgan,
those ships,
same in
and
Mr.
take
Morgan.
It back to England. Mr. Henry Morgan.
Yeah.
He was most famous of them all,
Yeah.
right? But Cortez and Pizarro went down to Mexico. They were the conquistadors. They took over Mexico, they conquered Mexico, they colonized Mexico, and of course, Mr. Montezuma, who was chief or king of the Aztecas at that time, gave him a drink with vanilla and cocoa,
Oh, right, okay.
Chocolate.
right? We call it chocolate tea, but the tree is called cocoa,
Yeah.
and the pod is cocoa pod.
Yeah.
I'm going to show you a cocoa pod soon. So he gave him that drink, and he was mesmerized, and he went back to Spain. Two of them went back to Spain and said, we're going to take over that country. And they went down, and by 1500, Spain had conquered. And all the Aztecas,
Yeah.
some died, some were killed because of diseases. Just like in Jamaica here when the Spanish came in 1494. To Mr. Christopher Columbus, you heard about him. By 1500, Spanish were all over Jamaica, and by then, were a colony of Spain. But they brought down all kinds of stuff, and I'm going to show you the stuff that they brought down later on. Alright? And tell you a little about that.
Yeah, lovely.
So, this is the cocoa pod, or the cocoa bean. And inside have the whitey stuff that you can eat it, hold it, it's not going to bite you.
No.
So hold it,
It's quite hard.
and if you hold it and it can shake, you know that it's ready for eating. You hear it?
Can't hear.
No, shake
Shake
it, make
it.
your husband shake it.
Ooh, oh
Put
yeah, I
it
can
at
hear
your
it.
ears. You hear the
Yeah.
boom, 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 boom.
Yeah.
Right. So, gentlemen, please listen, because you know the wives have said to me that when it's their birthday, they normally get chocolate, they normally get wine, they get flowers, and there's a little note from their husbands that say, "We love you very much, and we're gonna not part from you as long as we live." That's the note that will be on your birthday. You know, that little birthday basket that you get from one of these gentlemen.
Yeah.
And they're going to be nice. And you're going to say to them, you are the best husband in the world, and you will live forever. All because of the chocolate that is given to you on your birthday. Right, Spencer?
Yes, sir.
Thank you very much. Just checking if you're listening. So this is
Making
the
bullshit.
cocoa. We are full of it. So this is the cocoa plant, and this is the young cocoa. This one here, and these are all cocos coming out too. You see this Mickey Mouse here?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
That's it. It's gonna turn like the big one that you have in your hand a while ago. It's gonna be there. All right. Cocoa, we believe, came from West Africa, Ghana, Senegal, Cameroon, Nigeria, those countries, sitting down to Jamaica. And we love it because we call it anything that is hot and we drink it, we call it tea. So if we're doing a fish, we call it fish tea, right, Spencer?
Yes, sir.
If we're doing chocolate, we call it chocolate tea.
Chocolate
If we're
tea.
doing coffee, we call it coffee tea. If we're doing a mint, it's mint tea. Everything that is hot and we drink it.
A cup of tea, mate.
It's tea. Don't forget that. All right, as long as you're in Jamaica, when you go to your hotel and you say, "Give me a chocolate tea," and they will make it for you. Of course, you have coffee this morning.
Yeah.
No problem.
He's a coffee drinker.
Yeah, he's a coffee drinker.
Yeah, man, you soon see a coffee tree.
So this is it. Alright?
With tea, fish coffee.
You like tea. Some like tea, some like coffee.
Yes.
All right, come with me. Like I said, we have lots of flowering plants. So these are called ixoria. And they are, so it's not an insect that will bite you. Or something from the dog. But this is the ixoria plant. Nice for decoration. We have this color, which is what, reddish, pinkish. We have white and we have yellow.
Oh, right. I've never seen
There
yellow.
may be other colors too.
Yeah, a lot of times you see them on the fence line. They're on the fence line,
We have
yes.
them right
Yeah.
at home, and when people come with us, beautify our home.
Yeah, they've got them around the hotel, haven't they?
Yeah.
Yes, yes. You like, anybody like a Coca-Cola drink? You know that Coca-Cola is from a plant? Yeah. You know that? From a plant? The cola nut tree? Cola nut? Cola from Australia, cola bears? You know cola bears?
Yeah. Koala.
Koala. This is the tree. This is it. And it bears something on it. And let me call you back. I'm doing a tour. Later. All right, I'll call you. Bye bye. All right, so early on in June and July, we had a whole heap of nuts and they fall to the ground. And we didn't even know what to do with them. But the lady up there, Mrs. Binns, took a couple of them, dried them, and grate them and put them up. Because if you're having a stomach ache or a stomach problems, or you think that you have an allergy, put the grated stuff in hot water and drink a tea from it. And within 15 minutes, you're back as normal. You're new again.
Wow.
Just from the cola nut tree in Jamaica, because we believe it came from Africa. Right, Spencer?
Yes,
We call
sir.
it Bissy.
Busy for
Busy.
poison.
Yeah, SSI. So this is Bissy, and it's good because it's a natural medicine. Stomach ache,
If you're poison.
poison, allergy, good stuff. Just have some. Have some. This is the tree here. That's a growing coconut there. Spencer, if you look, there you will see a friend of yours. You see your friend?
Yes, sir.
That's your friend. I'm going to ask the guy to pick one for you.
All right, yeah, man,
It's called a
thanks.
breadfruit.
Thanks.
And don't forget that a famous English man, his name is William Bligh. He went to Tahiti in 1792. By 1793 and again, and he brought breadfruit. That's the breadfruit there. Apples, OTT apples. Jackfruit. You know jackfruit, guys?
Yeah.
Mr. Captain William Bligh.
Yeah, the biggest fruit,
I can't
the
see
largest
So
fruit.
please note
Great
that
big ball up here.
Ah,
you
got
see
it.
it, yes.
Yeah.
That's Mr. William Bligh fruit, and we love him because we love breadfruits here in Jamaica. So we use breadfruit, we just roast it and eat it. We boil it and make a salad from it. We make a wine from breadfruit.
Ooh.
We make, like the flour is dried and we can grate it and get the flour and make little dumplings from it. That's the breadfruit. Good stuff, right, Spencer?
Yes, sir.
And some people...
Nice when it's
the pe-
roasted.
Yes, and the people from Trinidad said they have something they call it oil
I'll down.
dung.
Yeah, I know.
They put the breadfruit in the
I
coconut
do
milk
my
and cook
research.
it down with a lot of spice and so
I
on
do
and
my
so forth
research.
and eat it. And they get strong and they live to be 100 years.
Oh.
We know how to live to be 100 years in Jamaica because we eat the right stuff. Right, Spencer?
Yes, sir.
We eat the right stuff.
How
and we
old
know
are you?
what to do. Me, I'm 66 now and going strong. I still have many more years. I want to see my great-grandchildren. And this is why I try to eat right and do my exercise and talk and laugh with people. And I'll live to be many more years if I behave myself.
Impossible.
Hey, Rhino.
All right? So, there's another plant I want to show you. This tree is called a natto. A natto. Spencer will tell you that there's a town not too far from here called
Anato Bay.
Anato Bay. As a boy, I grew up in Anato Bay.
Oh, that's good for
And the things are
seasoning.
normal. The little red seeds are normal in here, but because it's got old and it's sort of, but if it was a younger plant, I would break it open for you, ask the woman to rub their fingers on it and put it on their lips, and they look pretty like they were 6.
Yeah, man, they use it for coloring too, food
It's
coloring.
called a lipstick.
Seasoning
It's
oil.
called a lipstick tree,
Oh, okay.
and it makes the woman beautiful. It's a natural color.
It's now been renamed. It's the miracle tree.
The miracle tree. So, it is called, well, some people say this is all Jamaican saffron. And you know saffron is from North Africa, Morocco, Atlas Mountain. So you think about this because you can, when you're cooking your rice, you can put some of it. When you're doing your meats, put some of the seeds, crush it up in it. That's like where you do black pepper, get a good flavor, a good color. In your rice, it's sort of reddish, yellowish. So you think you're having saffron. But this is a tree, we call it a natto. And early on, big plantations near to where I was born, a natto bay. And I would ask my father, why they're growing all those little things on it? He said, it's for export. They send it to the States, they send it to Canada. Food coloring, natural. But now because of technology, all that natural stuff are gone. So they have artificial coloring now.
Yeah.
You know that.
Artificial.
But not as good as this one.
No.
Because this is good for us. This is good. And like I said, it's called a natto. That's the name of the tree.
Oh, yeah.
This tall tree is a coconut tree.
Yep.
Very good for us in Jamaica. And I will only ask one of the gentlemen at the end of the tour to climb a coconut tree probably about 60 feet tall. And if they can do that, they can go back home.
And those are the
Climb the
natives.
coconut tree.
And these are the natives.
These are
Native.
If you can't climb the coconut tree, you're in big trouble.
Oh well.
But at the halfway mark, we'll
might be
sample some coconut water. We'll eat some coconut jelly. He's going to peel a dry coconut for you. I'll tell you some of the uses of the coconut. And of course, at the end of this little tour here, you're going to sit around a table and there's a little question and answer thing. Multiple choice, easy. Just tick off and you will be asked several questions. If you get everything right,
Rhino,
you can
he's
go
on the
back
tree
home.
now.
If you get 80%
Rhino.
and below,
Rhino, he's
you
on the
have to
tree
stay
now.
with me until
Yeah,
you
man,
can
he's
get
reaping.
everything
He's
right.
reaping because they come
Is
in
that
and
a-
buy
is
the
that a plan?
coconut
A good
to
plan?
go back and sell.
A good plan.
That's what I was telling you. It's a coconut
So this is a
plantation. So
coconut
they
tree.
come and buy wholesale and take it back
And
and
the
sell.
coconuts at 8 months is when you get the jelly, the green one, the watered coconut to eat and drink and eat the meat. Over 12 months is the hard coconut. After that, they fall from the tree, and if it's undisturbed for 5 or 6 months, it will send on roots and send up a shoot, and it will start to make a new coconut tree.
Wow.
So within 5 years, you get a new coconut tree bearing. At 7 years, a healthy coconut tree can give you 200 nuts for the year. What's that? A monster?
Monkey.
Is that a monster? Hey! Where are... Ah!
Wow.
Look there, you see the coconut coming down?
Yes.
He's getting the coconuts now. That's how they're doing big, because if you don't do that,
They're gonna
they fall
break.
on the ground and they break open.
Yes.
Yeah.
So you lose the vine.
And that's the freshest way to keep them
Yeah.
on the vine.
No,
Send it
don't
down with a
bruise them.
piece of
Yes,
rope
yes.
and it will be safe. If it was dry coconut and they fall on the ground, no problem.
Yeah.
They will not break open.
No.
But the green ones will break open and you lose it.
Yeah, you don't want to do that.
All right. So the coconuts, like I said, the coconut trees are important, and the vendors come to us. We can sort of. What's that? Lizzie?
No,
said?
no, this kind of look June plumish.
A June plum one.
Yeah, man, look June
I'm going
plum.
to show you a June plum tree that isn't bearing.
This is what we just drank, the juice.
The
Oh,
June
okay.
plum. That's
Yes.
there. It came from here. But I'll show you the fruit later on. All right. Any questions so far?
What fruit is that then?
This orange.
Oh,
That's
okay.
orange. That's orange. What-
Question:
That's
the some of the property, because I have a Rasta virgin that has a couple acres along here.
Mhm.
What's his name? Eva Lopez.
Yes. And
How close is his jelly farm to here? Okay, okay. Maybe it was him you
I'm
sell.
probably new.
Yeah, probably it's him you guys sell some of the land to. Probably.
Across the road.
Yeah, but I heard that he has 200 acres on this side.
Well, there's 25 across the road here.
Okay,
And
okay.
this is 35 here. So we
Okay.
got the 60. Originally 60. All right, so, vanilla is growing all over the place. It grows wild, and like I said, it's an epiphyte. It doesn't kill the plant. But when the blooms come out, you have to self-pollinate. Man has to pollinate it
Yes.
to get the vanilla pods. And the vanilla pods are important because of the stuff you get from
Yeah,
vanilla.
yeah.
All right.
Oh, yeah.
You guys want to see a nice pretty banana growing? Let's go. But we're not gonna walk under the coconut tree because we don't want any coconut to fall in anybody's head, right, Spencer?
Yes, sir.
And if that happens, we're gonna send you home in a box, and nobody's gonna be sent home in a box from Sun Valley Farm. That's a nice banana there. It's gonna
Oh, yeah.
It's gonna ripe soon, and we're gonna have some nice ripe bananas. How much time you have, by the way?
No, man, do your thing,
Do
man.
me thing. All
Do your
right.
thing,
Okay.
man.
No rush. All right. So that's a nice green banana, but in a couple of weeks we can have ripe bananas, and we're gonna eat them. When I eat ripe bananas, I eat 2 or 3. Oh, and it makes me wise. They say that the more bananas you eat, the wiser you become. Bananas were actually taken by the Spanish to Jamaica. The Spanish took bananas, sugarcane, pineapples to Jamaica, and in the early days, like between 1500 to 1550, they started the sugarcane plantation. The Indians had died out, they imported African slaves, they worked the land, and they had big plantations. Ah!
Shouting off now.
Can we climb the tree like that too? Take it easy. That's how they do it. They have on the thing on their shoes and they can. In no time he's on the top.
Yeah.
If Mayor, this good man, was doing it, it would take us a day to reach the top. And more. And more. And more. All right, let's move on. So the Spanish were here by 1500. The first crop they brought to Jamaica, or they brought to Jamaica, was sugar cane. If you look to my right, you see some sugar cane plants growing. All right? And this is where you get your sugar from. After it is, you extract the juice, you boil the juice over a period of time to get your brown sugar. But in the early days when they sent back that stuff to Spain, it was wet sugar, just like the English. Until later on they found out if you boil it in this pot, you transfer the liquid to another pot and to another, maybe about 3 different pots. We call them copper boilers. And the end product is your crystal brown sugar. All the vitamins, all the good stuff is in it. Stick to the side, you will have molasses. Yes. But from the sugar cane you also get rum that you guys don't like, I hear. We get vinegar.
You've been misinformed.
I've been misinformed. Well, I have to speak back to the guy. I don't know if it's Spencer who told me that you didn't like rum. We have a song that says, if you drink white rum, you tumble down. When you fall down. It's a song. Alright, so this is a sugarcane plant taken by the Spanish to Jamaica. And this is where, when it's mature, you cut it and you get all the juice out, you boil it, and you get your rum. Well, you get your rum from the skin, but you get your sugar when all that water vapor evaporates from the liquid, and you're left with your crystal. Right? Spanish took it here, and we believe by about 1515 they had big plantations in Jamaica. All right. Bananas came about 1520. What is said is that there's a shipment of bananas that went over to Hispaniola. You know what they call Hispaniola? Dominican Republic and Haiti. It was called Hispaniola once. But 1519 bananas came from, I think, East Indies down to Hispaniola. Some came over to Jamaica because, you know, we were a colony then, and it's planted all over the place, and we love our bananas. Ripe bananas, banana chips, green bananas that Spencer loves to have with ackee and saltfish. And of course you can have a banana wine, you can have a banana cake, you can have a banana drink that we call dirty banana, or which one? You like dirty banana? You know, when you go to
Banana cake.
banana cake. Good. Banana bread. Great. Your wife makes banana bread for you, sir?
No, she makes a lovely carrot cake.
Carrot cake. When you go back home, buy some ripe bananas and be very nice to her, and she will make you a banana cake, and you're gonna love her even more.
Oh, bless.
But make sure we put vanilla in it, a little spice like nutmeg, and vanilla, and some cinnamon.
Cinnamon.
Yes, man. I'm gonna show you the cinnamon tree soon. I love cinnamon. And cinnamon is also a special plant that I'll tell you later. But these are the sugar. This is sugarcane plant here, and it was taken to Jamaica by the Spanish. The Spanish also brought all the livestock to be on the plantation because they had to eat. There were a whole heap of Spanish on the plantation at one stage. Okay?
Snow.
The Spanish were all over Jamaica, all over the Caribbean because they had Jamaica, they had Puerto Rico, they had Cuba, and they had Hispaniola. They went down to south and they started from Mexico, Nicaragua, Belize, Honduras, Costa Rica, right down to South America, then took over Venezuela, took over Chile. The only ones they didn't get down there is Argentina, Brazil, and of course a little country that they call Guyana, because there's French Guyana, there's British Guyana, and there is Dutch Guyana. So one little Guyana is shared up for 3 different countries. You know that? Yes. You know. And they found oil now in Guyana, so it's a big thing. They will extract a lot of money from it. Alright. That tree we call it marmot. It bears a brown fruit and it's very nutritious. There are some young ones on it on the top there. There's a brown ball there. Right, you see them coming out?
Yeah.
4 or 5 months they will fall on the ground when they're ready. You don't pick marmots. Marmots came from South America too. And when the Indians were coming over, there was a tiny nose in their boat, not bigger than here. Two of them sit on it, and when they got tired, they eat some berries, they eat some berries, they eat some sweet sap, those kind of fruits. And when they come, the seeds will be just thrown on the ground, and it will grow. And this is why we said that Mr. Columbus didn't bring a lot of stuff to Jamaica, because before Mr. Columbus came, we had pimento, we had cassava, we had guava, growing India, and we love those stuff. Those are indigenous to Jamaica.
Right.
All right, pimento, guava, cassava. I think there's another one too. This nut called cashew nut.
Oh.
It's still growing.
Wow.
Before
What's the
Mr.
name of
Columbus.
that palm?
That palm is called a traveler's palm. It's a national tree of Madagascar.
Right,
Madagascar produces the most vanilla these days
right.
because they got a lot of things from
Yeah.
Mexico, but it's their main export crop now, vanilla.
Yeah.
All right, but that is their
We saw
national
those at
tree.
the entrance to
Traveler's
our
palm.
hotel.
Why do they call it traveler's palm, Mr. Bright Boy?
I got no idea.
Ask your wife.
No. Oh, that's why.
So we saw that
You know?
loads
at-
of
it's
those
at
in
Crab
Mexico.
Mhm.
Yeah.
But
I've
it has
seen-
a nice flower and
Yeah.
it grows big, and when it reaches that size they normally cut it down because they start to bend over.
Lean.
But when it's nice and straight and the leaves are like that, you cut underneath it and the water comes out and you can drink it.
Oh, wow.
You can wash your face, you can wash your hands. And this is why they call it traveler's palm. So you're going through the bush or the forest and you're thirsty, just make a little slit underneath and the water comes out and you do like that on your face and drink some. Another 10 miles you can walk.
Wow.
Traveler's palm. That's the story.
Thanks, pal. Good boy.
Ready to move on?
I've seen them all over the world, but I didn't know they were called that.
It's called traveler's palm. Spencer will tell you. He has had the water from it.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm
Like a
coming.
little rose.
Oh, I'm coming.
Little rosebud, isn't it?
Yeah, they're lovely.
Alright, come over here.
Sweet.
We're gonna meet Paul now.
Oh, you're gonna meet the bird now, Rhino?
Paul will come out just like, remember earlier you came and said you got the thing from my hand a while ago. You didn't when Paul came and Earl came to me. You're in the bathroom. Right. But go, come, right, you walk around here and you walk this side. That's him. Look, here. That's Paul. Nice boy. And that's his little feeding thing here. Hi, Polly. And I normally stand here. And he's right up the top there, but I don't stand directly under him because I normally have this warm stuff come in my head, and that's dangerous. The little warm stuff.
Cuba. No, Jamaica. Oh,
Gambia.
Gambia.
You're in Gambia? Okay then, where did he go? He's over there. But this is his territory. And Dr. Birds are territorial. And this is why we can say this area is for Paul. Over there is for Earl. And then we label them all over because they have different names. And they stay here. All we have to do is make sure that he has his little nectar bottle, and he will come every 15-20 minutes, dips in it, gets his stuff, go fly away, and talk to his, after his belly is full, he goes to talk to his woman. They live about 6 years, the doctor bird, just about 6 years. And then they disappear and somebody new will come. The men have the long tail, not the women. And the men, this is where I'm in trouble now because the women are going to give me a knock in my head. The men are normally prettier than the women in nature. Just like the bird, all the birds like the macaws and the parakeets and everything, they are prettier than the women. Am I right, men?
Absolutely.
Absolutely. So that's why the women are going to kill me. But the two long tails behind him, why we call him Dr. Bird, is in the old days, the doctors used to have on their white coat and they have a little thing behind him that they tie, just like the Dr. Bird here. His little tail is behind him, and that's the male bird. It's warm.
Yum.
Stay in the shade. Stay in the shade. You want some water?
Yeah.
Someone in the car.
In the car?
Yeah. Don't
Spencer,
worry.
yeah.
Carry on.
No, Spencer will get some water.
I'll go get it.
But we're going to come around soon to that area. Alright, so this is Paul's area. Like I said, they are territorial and they are lovely birds. And some people come just for the birds because they have to walk them around and have to find every bird and they have to take pictures and have to